Attention, quiet on the set. It's Tirade TV.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. It's your boy B Lloyd, Tirade TV, coming back at you once again. I want to take I guess, a different approach. Something I've been wanting to do for a while is um, talk about entrepreneurship, being a business owner, even what you call gig economy type work. So that's where I'm going to start at today. Let's talk a little bit about this gig economy because there are so many people out there right now who are doing, the gig economy jobs, or maybe they're considered independent contractors. And first one I want to talk about is, let's say, DoorDash. There are so many people out there doing DoorDash right now, whether it's a full time thing, or I know people who have full time jobs and they do DoorDash on the side. Some people have small businesses and they do DoorDash on the side. Even though some people would maybe have you believe that DoorDash is a type of small business on the side itself, but so many different situations, so many different circumstances in people's lives right now that are causing them to, roll to the gig economy side of things, or at least try it out. And I've done it before myself. I've done the DoorDash, I've done Uber, Uber Eats, Lyft, what else? Favor. I've never done Grubhub, or I registered for Shipped, but I've never done it. But so I have quite a bit of experience in with the gig, so-called gig economy work. And my question would be to you all is it something that you want to continue to do, or is it something that's just a temporary thing? Is it something that you'll kind of use in a sense, kind of like the welfare system is really meant to be used? Let's be honest, the welfare system is really meant to be something that'll get you over if you're having, like, if you're having, a financial crisis, going through a financial crisis, and you need to get food or clothing or pay bills or whatever for a short term thing. you know that's what they would have you believe the welfare system is set up to do. Of course, there's more to the story with that, but is this gig economy, should it work the same way? I mean, should it be something you do for 3, 6 months, 9 months, whatever, until you get something else? Is it something you do just to pay a bill? Let's say you have a electric bill due, in 3 weeks, and the electric bill is $400, which is probably relatively um, inexpensive right now compared to the amount of energy that's being used and the cost of energy right now. But let's just say you have a $400 electric bill and it's due in 3 weeks. Are you capable of going out using DoorDash or Uber Eats or Lyft or Uber or Favor, or whatever one of these services, to go out and earn that $400 to pay your bill, your electric bill? Now, starting off with DoorDash, DoorDash is one of those I've done. Like I said, I've have experienced in it. I've done it. I used to do it. Um, it's one of those things that they tell you that it's your own hours, you're in control, but is it really? It's like having your own business. Is it really? And the reason why I say that, let's take a look at the having your own hours type of thing. I know with DoorDash in my area, and it may be different depending on the city, but they say having it's your you work your own hours. But here's the thing: it could be a situation where with DoorDash where you can only work from 8 a.m. to noon. But when you go in the app, there may not be anything available in the app, any time slots available. So is that really working your own hours? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know DoorDash has helped out a lot of people, get bills paid, keep food on the table or whatever. But is it really working your own hours if you go in and just say try to schedule a time from 8 a.m. to noon on a Monday and there's nothing available? So you pretty much just have to either not work or wait until something becomes available, or just work on scheduling, other days during the week. So I don't know if I really call it working your own hours. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But I do know you have to catch it when it's busy. Most people, I would say most people order food usually on the weekends, um, Fridays, Saturdays, maybe Sundays. But in my area, definitely Fridays and Saturdays. Certain areas, you have to know where to be at. Get the hot zones basically. And if you miss out on the hot zones, I'm be honest with you, you better stay in those hot zones and those hot times. Because if you don't, you have to know how to work the system in a sense, know where to be and when to be in the right place at the right time. And the only way to know that is if you're constantly out there, paying attention to the DoorDash app to seeing what's available, what days are open, what time slots are open, and it's really trial and error. I don't care what anyone says. It's just like almost anything else. It's trial and error. There are people out there that say they can't make any money off of DoorDash. There are people out there that say they make, $1,000 a week off of DoorDash. Now, I don't know how they're getting $1,000 a week, but I'm sure they're probably putting a lot of hours in. But it could be busy in certain areas and not busy in other areas. Like I would assume that maybe I'm wrong, but in the bigger cities, obviously DoorDash would be busier. Certain parts of the suburbs would be busy. But when you get to the rural areas, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's not much DoorDash at all because in those type of areas there aren't many restaurants or stores. So it just kind of depends where you are. I know when I did it, my goal was to bring in, let's say, $100 a day. So if I did 5 days a week, and if I was out there for let's say 5 hours, I would have brought in at least $100. Is it always feasible? No, it's not. And one determining factor is not only what's available, what time slots are available in the hot zone, but the reason why there aren't a lot of time slots available for the most part is because there are more drivers out there now. They call them dashers. There are more dashers out there. Dashers are people who drive and deliver DoorDash. Basically, deliver for DoorDash. That's what dashers are. And there are more dashers now. Like you could usually in the past you can go out there for, you can go out there for 5 hours and make $100. Can you do that now? In my area, not really. Because there are more dashers. There are more people who are basically thrown away or they're done with the 9 to 5 and they would rather work their quote unquote own hours and basically work their own schedule. They don't want to do the 9 to 5. They don't want the 9 to 5 grind anymore. And them leaving the 9 to 5, there could be multiple reasons. It could be they're just tired, worn out. It happens. I've been there before myself. Or certain jobs just wear you out. You get tired, which that lets you know that that's all it is. It's a job. It's not a career, and and if it wears you out to the point where you want to leave and walk away, it's probably not your calling or your gift either. You're not utilizing your gifts and your talents. So if you're really utilizing your gifts and your talents, you're not going to get tired to the point where you just want to walk away for the most part. You're not saying you're never going to get tired or exhausted, but to the point where you just want to walk away and never go back. No, that's not your gifts and your talents. That's basically just working for someone else. That's all that is. But yeah, there are so many reasons where that people are doing this right now. Now, most people I talk to, the way they use it is they've left the 9 to 5 grind and they're starting a small business. And the business is up and running. They may be getting, you know, generating some revenue, but not as much as they want. So they're doing, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Favor, whatever on the side, Uber, Lyft, whatever, and that could actually help, especially when you have a small business and you have those business expenses, and you also have your regular bills that you have to pay, your regular, you know, in-house bills, and it can definitely help. There are some people that are like, okay, we have everything else covered, but we just need gas because gas prices are so expensive right now. So maybe they use that to help with gas costs, which is strange because doing these gig economy jobs requires a lot of gas. And depending on what kind of vehicle you have, I mean, you could spend $50 a day on gas just doing deliveries. So if you're doing $50 a day on gas, you better try to gross really about $200 a day, which means that will leave you 150 net, right? That would be something that I would aim to do. Because after all, if you spend a lot of money, if you're going out spending $50 a day on gas and you're only bringing in, netting, let's say 75. So basically, are you grossing 75? So you're only netting $25. Is that really worth it? I mean, is it really worth it? For some people, it may be. I don't know. I mean, I can see where it would be worth it if you don't have a dime at all in your pocket. So that little $25 net, it could help. But one way I would advising DoorDash, Uber Eats, these gig economy jobs is for those who have small businesses and for those who they may need to purchase, let's say, a mentoring program or a coaching program or something like that, or they may even need to build business credit. You know, that's how I would use a gig economy. If all your other bills are taken care of for the most part, and you just like, man, I need this extra $300, $500, $1,000 to invest this in a particular coaching program, or to invest in business credit, or honestly, paying up things on your personal credit, improving your personal credit. That's how I would recommend using these gig economy jobs. So let's say you go out and you make $50 a day for 5 days. That's $250. They can go toward a coaching program. It could pay off, something on your credit, on your personal credit. It's real easy. It could you can open up maybe a net 30 account with someone, which we'll get into that later. But those little things like that help out. You don't want to have to feel that, okay, you're going out doing these, you know, Uber, Lyft type things for nothing. You want to have a goal in mind, and your goal should not just be to make money. Your goal should be able to use that money to invest, not only pay off things, but invest in something. And that's the way of you can use that money, that time and experience doing a gig economy work to invest in something to make more money. The thing right now, let's just say you're looking to improve your personal credit, and you have some accounts, some negative accounts um on your personal credit that you could maybe pay to delete, because once it gets to a certain age, I mean, really, you really want to see if you can pay to delete. If you're paying it and it's not going to be deleted, sometimes it's not even worth it. That's how I would use that. I see so many people on social media now, you know, wanting to invest in, like I said, mentoring and coaching programs. They don't have the extra money for it. Well, that's your extra money right there. Doing DoorDash and Uber Eats, things like that. That's your extra money. And yeah, even if you have to do it for 2 weeks or a month or 3 months to even just come up with the amount of money that you need, do it. Because at least you know it's going towards something. At least you know you're not out there, going door to door and carrying groceries and fast food bags, for nothing. Only thing I would say is when you're doing these jobs, be very careful because for the most part, from my experience, the most money you make is at night because most people, let's say this, late afternoon, early evening, going into the night. The busiest days where I am, Fridays and Saturdays. Well, people start ordering food from about 4 p.m. on till about midnight. So that 8 hour period, you have to be very careful. Because I would say since from around 8 p.m. on, you know, it's it's dark. So be very careful. I always tell yourself keep your let's be honest, there's some nasty people out there. Nasty people out there. Keep yourself some hand sanitizer and keep a flashlight on you. And always be, I believe in protecting yourself. Always be ready to protect yourself at any given point in time. That's my advice. But yeah, that's what I would use these gig economy jobs for. Uh, I'm going here. Let me share my screen with you here. I was looking on DoorDash's website where it asks you to where it asks you to or it asks you, do you want to become a dasher or a driver? And this site here, you can go down and it says your time code, and it, beneath, but clearly says by clicking next, I agree to the independent contract agreement and have read the Dasher privacy policy. For you who are listening on the podcast, I'm just reading directly from the website, DoorDash's website, and your time, your goals, your policy. I do believe it's your goals. I just explained that to where use this to achieve some goals, some financial goals, and you're the boss part. Now, that I don't necessarily agree with because I do believe that DoorDash, the way everything is set up, is you don't determine what you do and how you do it, especially if you want to make money. You have to, like I say, be in the right place at the right time, you know, and you have to basically work the system in a sense. And overall, yeah, in a sense, DoorDash, even though you're an independent contractor, DoorDash is still kind of the boss because they still kind of dictate, in a sense, how much you make, when you can dash or deliver. They still dictate that. So I wouldn't necessarily say you're the boss, but it is, I guess, if you're tired of the 9 to 5 grind, it may seem that way. But after you do it for a while, you begin to realize that you're not necessarily the boss. You don't dictate as much as you think you do with let's say DoorDash as an example. Do I love what DoorDash do? I love the premise of, you know, or the concept of taking food from a merchant or a homeowner can order food from a restaurant and get it delivered to them. Love that. That's wonderful. Because I don't know if you're like me. I've been, you know, laying in the bed at, 1:30 in the morning watching TV, and it's like, you know what? Kind of hungry. I don't want to go nowhere. Let me DoorDash something. I'm pretty sure we've all had that conversation with ourselves or with someone else in our house. So I love that. Same thing with Uber Eats. Love that. The only issue I would have is they're telling you that you're really the boss and it's your time when they're really still dictating the time and they're really still dictating what you do and how you do it. Because if you don't abide by certain things with these gig jobs, they could kick you off the platform. They could lower your rating. I mean, there's been issues where people have, and delivered food, and the customer says they didn't get kicked off the platform, and it may have been their only income, may have been a huge part of their income, just because someone wanted to get a free meal. Simple as that. Now, am I saying all dashers are innocent? No, because there are some out there who are doing these things, but there are also some customers out there who are just trying to get free meals. Same thing with any other platforms, Uber Eats or Favor, whatever. It happens. About that is at the end of the dasher is going to a dasher or the delivery person, whatever. They're going to the consequences. The customer's still going to be able to order. From what I'm aware of, they're going to be able to order. The merchant's definitely not going to suffer any consequences. The only one who's going to suffer the consequences in a situation like that is the driver. They're the dasher or when you're doing these gig economy jobs, you're an expendable asset. It's like you're an asset to the company. At the same time, they can replace you. So many people out there looking to get into the gig economy right now. I always say keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to do this type of work and have a goal in mind. Now go on the website here, it clearly says your time, your goals, you're the boss. The only thing I would say about that I 100% believe is true is the your goals part. That's the part that you need to focus on. Why are you doing this? How long are you going to do it? Is it something you want to do for a long time? Is it something you want to do for a few weeks? What goal are you trying to accomplish when you get behind the steering wheel of your car and go to a restaurant and pick up some food for a customer? What is your overall goal with that? I always advise you all to think about that. But for those out there who are doing this and have small businesses, use the gig economy jobs to invest in your business. That would be your goal. If you have to buy supplies, especially if you haven't generated any business credit yet, if you have to buy supplies or gas or whatever, or invest in some kind of mentoring or coaching programs, whatever, this is your opportunity to get some of the finances to invest in that. So you invest in you do your DoorDashes, Uber Eats, and Favors and Lyfts, whatever, Ubers, and put that money toward uh repairing your credit or generating business credit or a coaching or mentor program, which in turn, if you're working that right, that makes you more money. That generates more wealth for you. See what I mean? So gone are kind of the excuse of, okay, I don't have the money. As a business owner myself, when someone tells me, when I'm helping someone with their business credit, helping them to establish business credit, and they're like, well, I don't have the money. One of the first things I bring up is, hey, how bad do you want to establish business credit? Because if you say you don't have the finances or the money and you really want to establish business credit that bad, urgently, have you tried giving DoorDash a shot? Have you tried giving Uber Eats a shot? Have you tried giving Favor a shot? L- You know, Uber. Have you tried giving these gig economy jobs a shot? That's the way I would work that. But remember why you're doing it. Don't get so caught up into the gig game that you're out there and before you're looking at it, you've been doing it for 5 years. And if you want to do it for that long, that's fine. There are people who are definitely meant to go out and be a great Uber driver or Lyft driver. And there are some people who are super good at it. They're like wonderful, professional, it is, great driver, you know, you know, great people to talk to, when you're in the car. There are some people who are super great for that. Like that's their gift, their talent. They're good at it. So if you those people, that's fine, but not everyone's meant to do it like that. Some people are only meant to do this for a short period of time and move on to whatever it is they really want to do. So it's no diss or anything to the people who have been doing it for years because some people are good at it. So yeah, that's the way I would work this this gig economy jobs. And this is how a gig economy job can help you start establish generational wealth. It could lead to it if you use it well. If you use your earnings from gig economy to invest in your business or invest in your business credit or personal credit, and that could take you on and lead you on to generational wealth. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about this. Leave me comments. I'll leave a link in the description too, or in the in the description, where if you're interested in business credit or getting business credit and starting to create that generational wealth, I'll definitely leave a link in here. Actually, reach out, and any questions, let me know. Like I say, this is the first segment we were having on um, entrepreneur small businesses. So thank you all for watching, and always remember this: never let anyone, as far as a so-called politician or mainstream media or anyone, dictate what you think. Do the research and think for yourself, because your business is your business. No one cares or loves your business as much. No one does. I don't care if you're what side, what political party you're affiliated with. I don't care what race or color or ethnicity you're affiliated with. It doesn't even matter, your gender, whatever. What matters is you loving your business and working your business because you love it. No one else is going to do it the way you do it. Always remember that. See you. And
I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.